when I left on my mission in 2022, I had no idea what AI was. To me, AI was something that was very, very technical. There was like some forms of LLMs that people were using, like to write books and scripts. Like I tried to do it when I was younger, but I couldn't figure it out because it wasn't like a user friendly UI like we have now. And so I came home to ChatGPT and all these things, and I was like, holy, like image generation and all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Mm.
So what was that? What were people's attitudes when it first came to the scene that you guys saw?
It was big with math. I feel like everybody was using it at first to cheat on their math homework, from what I could tell. Like I was out of school by that point, but that's my first like encounter with it, is hearing that people were getting in trouble at school for basically taking a picture of their math textbook, feeding it into, I think it was Chat GPT was the popular one. There might have been like a precursor to it that was specifically for math, but they were doing that. It was giving them the answers. It was helping them show their work. And there was one thing that I know happened here at the local high school, that everybody got like a near perfect score on a math test, or a math assignment or something, but they all got the same question wrong, and they got it wrong in the same way. And that tipped off the teacher that they were all using some kind of LLM to do this. That was like my first experience with it, and then people kind of started using it in web design, mostly to generate like filler text to kind of build out your page with. And then the idea is you're supposed to go back and replace all that filler text, but now I feel like people have gotten lazy and like, no, let's leave it. It looks good. It says what I wanted to say, and that's kind of where we are at this point. But that's where I've kind of how I've seen it evolve.
You know, I've got to be honest. So this is going to totally take us in a different direction for 2 seconds. But in 2022, I was in full barbecue marketing and ranch mode.
Yeah.
And so I knew it was going on, but I paid no attention to it. I looked at it a little bit, but it just so personally, I just wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it and I was kind of like, why would anybody want to use this for school?
Yeah.
And I get that people are like, well, because it's easier. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but then you remain stupid.
Yeah.
So like, is that what you want to be, is stupid? And I've always been very logical like that. Even as a kid, I had friends who were cheating in high school, and I was homeschooled, and I went during finals to just, they said I could come tour, and I'm sitting in on a class, and the teacher leaves, and they all pull out the cheat sheets. And I'm like, is this normal? They're like, yeah, everybody does this. And I'm like, you guys have been calling me stupid, like to my face, telling me I'm stupid because I'm homeschooled for like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can answer all these questions without a cheat sheet. I'm like, and I probably alienated them all, but I was like, you guys are all morons.
Yeah.
Like you would all fail this if you didn't cheat. And so I never really understood, like to me, it's like, why are you even in school? Just drop out. Like if you want to just get a piece of paper, who cares?
I would call my family. I was in the Philippines for 2 years, and I would call my family, and I remember them saying something about like, oh, ChatGPT. They kept talking about ChatGPT. I'm like, what is ChatGPT? And they're like, dude, like people use it to write essays, that you could do anything with it, bro. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, I use it to write my thesis paper. I'm like, what? And so I was pretty floored, but